Yo, 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 what up, though? What up, though? It's Detroit King Tape, man, and you tuned into another episode of Health and Hustle.
Straight off the muscle,
It's Health and Hustle. It's Health and Hustle. It's the Health and Hustle show. We're going to start this with giving yourself a round of applause. It's another episode, man. I'm going to break down the hustle codes. We're going to go over some of the hustle codes. It's 10 hustle codes in here, 10 chapters in the book. We're going to break down the book, and thanks for everybody who's been supporting the movement and supporting me. We got a lot more to bring to y'all, but I'm going to go over this book, let y'all know what y'all getting when y'all order this book. We've been getting a lot of orders in, so I want to just break it down about what you guys are going to be getting once you order this book, The Hustle Code. It's a necessary book. So I'm going to break down some of the chapters right now. Let's get it, man. Give yourself a round of applause if you're here. Give yourself a round of applause if you woke up thinking something healthy. Give yourself a round of applause if you're surrounded by healthy people. Also, give yourself a round of applause, a big round of applause if you got some good deeds or you already did some good deeds for today. And last but not least, give yourself a round of applause if you ate something healthy today. Let's go. It's the Health and Hustle show, man. Y'all know what it is. We here again. Finna turn it up. We're going to keep running it till we get it together.
Straight off the muscle,
We're going to grow together. We're going to learn together, grow together. We're going to build this community up. You know, and it's okay with me because I think one thing I want to touch on real quick is that people forget that, you know, it's a process, that it's not an overnight thing. I think everybody's looking for, this is like the microwave era, so to speak. So everybody's looking for something to be instant. Everybody's looking for something to be instant due to the fact that they see everybody else winning. Just because you see everybody else winning don't mean it's your time to win. You know what I mean? Like, let's get that under check. Like, let's get that in the checks. Let me see what we can put on that one right there. Like, yeah, just because everybody else is winning don't mean that it's your time to win. You got to know when it's your time to win. So if you win, give yourself a round of applause. Even if you're not winning, but you on the path to winning, let's go. And if you on the path to winning, if you got a plan and you making some shit happen, guess what? You're winning. If you still here, alive and free, you're still winning. Let's go, man. It's Detroit King Tape, Health and Hustle, man. So let's start this right here. We're gonna turn it up, man. Let's bring some sounds into play right here, man. And I felt this song was really necessary right here because you got to think, man. Balling is the key. We want to ball, but we want to ball on all levels. We don't just want to ball by getting money. We want to ball morally, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything. We want to ball in all aspects. Ball in the aspect of being a great parent. Ball in the aspect of being a great person. Ball in the aspect of actually contributing something to life, giving back to people. This is a form of giving back to me, because if multitudes and millions of people, this can touch millions of people to help them with any situation or circumstances in life, help them get through anything, this is a form of help. So that's giving back. So, hey, man, give myself a round of applause. You know, give everybody a round of applause who actually participated in getting this hustle code, the book, together. All right. Now let's get to it, man. Let's run this shit right. Hope everybody having a good day. Hey, let's turn it up, man. You know, this how I was feeling today. I was feeling like balling, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Waiting to turn this shit up. Turn this shit up for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why we gotta keep ballin'. Let no man stop us or come between us, making millions of dollars. Told my mama, yeah, I love you, and I'm trying to make it for us. They got it loaded for me, I'm just trying to make it to it. I gotta keep ballin', making these flips. I always knew that I would do it this big.
Always knew that I would do it
Man,
this
let's
big.
get it. Told my team we gon' make it. Told my blood all the dirt that we did, I keep it safe.
I said I do this for my real ass niggas.
Down to drop they nuts
For them real bags, nigga. Real cash getters. We down to get that money, but that money never made us.
Hard work pays off, yeah, the blocks paid us.
Hard work
Everything
paid off, yeah, the blocks
either that
paid
or
us.
paid
Come on,
up.
dog.
Late nights on the road, kept
I
a
gotta
nigga
bring that back
staying
in.
up.
We down to get that money, but that money never made us. Stop letting the money make you. If a motherfucker take that paper away from you, who are you? What do you contribute? What will you be contributing? Who will you be? What will you be known as? You can't just allow that money to be your image. What's your image without the paper? Then the paper added to it is just an accessory. Let's go, man. Get your ceilings up. Don't love nothing you can't leave. Get your feelings crushed. Living by the heat. 30 seconds flat, I'm packing up.
My little brother Rue,
Getting money, he be acting up.
probably from the cold nights.
Max Spoon packing up.
Waiting on the day to tell my mama that we made it.
Yeah.
And that we out the game.
I know that she appreciated and my pop been on my mind. I didn't get to see him before he died. I wish that I could just rewind time and do some things differently. Would've dodged prison had I moved some things differently.
Had to do them niggas
Before them niggas started doing me. Had to take the bag from them niggas, they was Jewing me.
I know what
Let's
it
go,
take
man.
to be a boss and what the shooter
Niggas don't know
need.
nothing about
Drugs
that
and
lifestyle,
artillery.
man.
Kill yourself, nigga.
Man,
You
I'm
ain't
thankful to
finna
be here for this, you know what I mean?
history.
For
One
everything.
of the
I'm
realest in the
still
deep. The last
here.
living legends
I'm
in
still
the
holding it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm very thankful. I'm very appreciative. I'm very grateful. Thankful to the creator. Like, yo, man, I've been through it. So, and I know for everybody else that's been through it, man, hey, I salute you, man. And we gotta understand this. I said a bar in there was like, you know, you gotta be able to leave this shit in 30 seconds flat, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the lifestyle. Let's go.
Don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
Telling you, that's the heat lifestyle, baby. Living by the heat, 30 seconds flat, I'm packing up. You feel me? So yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that to y'all. You know, that was a touching song because at a point in time I was working on my third studio. That was my third major recording studio I had on 11 Mile. And it was a great studio, man. Turn this off right there. Yeah, so it was a great studio, and it was a time to where, you know, again, I was investing a lot of money in business, and sometimes you invest a lot of money in business as an entrepreneur, and you lack the direction. You think you see the goal, or you may be locked in on the destination, but then the road of getting there becomes complicated. And that's where I was at that point. So creating that song was just like, yo, like I want to keep balling, but you know, I want this to be different. I need to change it. You know what I mean? Like I want to make my mother proud. You know, I want to remove my brother and me out of harm's way. So it's just all about doing real shit, man, getting real things going in life and actually capitalizing off of them. And helping people at the same time, sharing and putting the word out. And the more people you can teach, the more people you inspire and motivate and also teach is the more wealthier you become. That's the true wealth. You know, we're survivalists. The hustle is basically a survivalist. So with that being said, that's why we about to get into the hustle code. A hustle being that a hustler is a survivalist, that means that the hustle is nothing more than a perfected trade. Stop thinking a negative connotation of the word hustle. That's bullshit that Merriam-Webster dictionary has taught us. But we know that's not true. You feel me? Like that's not true. So let's my definition as a hustler is a survivalist, a person that overcomes all adversities, takes water and makes wine. And a person that perseveres through it all. If you listen to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the definition, they'll tell you that a hustler is a con artist, a swindler, but they don't understand coming from our perspective of people who had to get it out the fucking mud. So if you're a person that had to get it out the mud, guess what? A round of applause to you, man. And fuck Merriam-Webster dictionary. They don't know what the fuck we going through. So yeah, man, let's get to it. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're going through, we're going to break it down, right? So let's break it down with the first chapter. There's 10 chapters here. And the first chapter, the title of the chapter is called Environment. So I'll read something out of each chapter and then I'll just touch on it. So with environment, some look out of their window and see a desert while others see a forest. Let's cut to the chase. People are not the product of their external environment. Your surroundings do not solely dictate your mentality. The mind is forged by the environment first and foremost. Your mentality is composed of perception, conception, and imagination, where thoughts, feelings, and behavior are rooted in an experience. A hustler is optimistic, thus having the ability to render his environment beneficial. The way you view your life will bring about the desired outcome. If you see it as unfair or bleak, your attitude and actions will create such circumstances. Your environment is malleable, and hustlers can create their own lanes no matter where they are in life. Okay, so I'm going to just sum this up real quick. You take two individuals, and both of them can have different outcomes living in the same environment. So when they tell you, yeah, man, you just a product of your environment, that's bullshit. Your mindset becomes your environment first and foremost. Then the physical aspect of your environment. You got people who living in fucking countries that are at war, bombing everything, and they find a way to survive and make it out of that shit and escape, to become something greater in life. So I don't want to hear that about you, a product of your environment. You could think your way out of that shit. Do you pay attention to how many people come from other countries and come to our neighborhoods, come to our hoods, and they thrive? But meanwhile, we're in our neighborhoods and we fucking trapped. Because you know why? We're trapped in a mentality. So let's go, man. We breaking down the stereotypes of environment. That's what this hustle code is about. It's about breaking down the stereotypes and giving examples of different ways to look at shit. Change your perspective. Let's go. Yeah, if you change your perspective, you change your reality. Let's go. Now we're going to go to the second chapter, and that is fear. Yeah, we're going to go to the second chapter, and that's fear. So let's get to this. Okay, so now touching on fear. Chapter 2, fear. The only thing to fear is dying silent. Your voice should make the earth shake in life and death. Fear is conceived, Fear is conceived through the mind-body complex, a product of our thoughts and feelings. Though fear itself is an illusion, it still speaks like a virus. It is your mental environment that makes fear seem real. Depending on how you perceive it, people are trained to fear. Contrary to popular belief, it has been promoted that fear is healthy to scare people to behave in a manner society deems right or correct. In reality, fear is not healthy due to its underlying stress striking at your wellness. I have found, however, that it is necessary for self-preservation. A hustler does not fear consequences, but only considers them before taking action. Own your fear, and your life will yield to your advantage. Okay, so now breaking down fear. I have one instance that I bring up when I think of fear. I think of fear as being scared to go down basements, like a dark, spooky basement, right? When you immediately open that door to the basement or whatever, and you look downstairs, it's dark, it's scary. And this is because of preconceived thought that you have in your head about dark, spooky basements, right? So now if you walk down there and you hit the light switch, you see nothing's there, you're no longer scared. So fear is just something you creating in your head, right? Fear is the false expectation appearing real, unless you're in a situation to where that fear has become a reality. Now that's a difference. Now, if you're standing somewhere and somebody kills somebody next to you, or, shots are flying, all this shit right here, don't be naive. Now, fear is real in that situation. But in a situation to where it's stopping, preventing, or holding you back from making any type of progress, that fear should be eliminated when it's no threat there. And, it's not really a threat. It's only what you're creating in your head. So never allow fear to prevent you from doing something, because if you have created a false fear, I know a lot of people do this, especially in business. They do this like, oh shit, man, damn, I wonder if this deal gonna go through. They already doubting. That's fear. That's fear placed there. Did I do good enough? If you went on a job interview, damn, did I do good enough? Did I kill it? You gotta have a level of optimism. You have to be thinking on the higher side. You have to be vibrating higher. And fear doesn't resonate with a high vibration. Fear is a low vibration. So you want to alleviate that shit to be able to accomplish anything in life. Fear, the only thing fear can do for you is if you're really in a situation to where you really have to be careful and you're moving around, or your life can truly be in danger, then that fear should be taken in. So you can have a guardrail to say, no, I don't need to do that, because that will put me in danger. So let's be real with the fear here. We don't want the fear, the concept of fear stopping us from, preventing us from actually making real things happen in life or do some great things, is not a real fear. But the fear of your life being threatened or some type of harm coming to you or your people, that fear is real. Okay, let's go to chapter 3. Get rid of that fear, man, to be able to make some real shit happen in life. So we're going to talk about these. And when you go to the Hustle Code, it breaks it down more in depth. I'm just giving you a quick overview, and it's not even a full overview. It's just kind of like just a preview, like a glance into the chapter of what the chapter is touching on. Okay, now we're going to go to chapter 3, aggression. Okay, the timid get intimidated. Intimidation is for the timid. A hustler's aggression is the raw energy behind your thoughts, words, and actions, prompting you to perform assertively. It is a hustler's power punch to knock out obstacles blocking accomplishments. Without a hustler's aggression, you won't be fully capable of protecting what matters to you the most: honor, respect, tradition, livelihood, family, anything that you value. Be aware of other attributes of aggression: intelligent aggression and flawed aggression. Flawed aggression is counterproductive, selfish, and for the most part, self-defeating. Intelligent aggression is goal-orientated, more concerned about the group or the team succeeding than just him or herself. A hustler who practices intelligent aggression does it with confidence. Okay, now, so when we're speaking of aggression, automatically when you think of the word aggression, you think of like a person turned up, or, angered, or, using an emotion to push an action, right? You think of aggression like a person being overly or doing something extra. Now, this aggression, how we apply it in real life, like we're talking about from the Hustle Code standpoint, is the intelligent aggression. Intelligent aggression is when you take that energy and you put it towards something good, useful, something that will help you advance, right? When you take that aggression and you say, you know what? Instead of me going to do this, I'm going to take that energy and go and do that. And I used to do that a lot in the studio, right? Even if I had issues going on in life, I had something I was stressing about, I would go to the studio, I would rap about it and release that energy that way, instead of taking it out on someone or, actually being involved with some drama or some dumb shit. So that's how you use intelligent aggression. You can use intelligent aggression to propel you, instead of using flawed aggression. Flawed aggression is taking that energy and doing some low vibrational shit, taking that energy and actually engaging in bullshit, or I'm gonna take this energy and I'm gonna just go over there and do this, or if somebody pisses you off and you go entertain that. Nah, man, listen. You remove yourself from that situation and you go do something else. Go work out. You can do a lot of things. Go learn something. Like, take that energy and use that aggression to fuel you. Make an intelligent decision with aggression and help and allow it to help you get to the next level in life. That's chapter 3, aggression. Okay, now let's go to chapter 4, should be opportunity. Okay, so now we're on chapter 4, opportunity. Okay. Opportunity never knocks softly. It damn near kicks your door down. Everyone is guilty of taking an opportunity, but a hustler isn't afraid to admit it. Exploiting chance for one's advancement, taking advantage of the spur of the moment. However, a hustler knows it's not in your best interest to be an opportunist. There are two kinds of hustlers, lions and buzzards. Lion hustlers use tact and morals when endeavoring to gain. Otherwise, it's a Pyrrhic victory at a cost of losing the trust and voucher from associates. The very building stones a lion hustler values to succeed. Lions recognize that an opportunity to profit at the expense of others often results in a stoppage to one's rise in credibility. The actions of a buzzard hustler, preying on someone's downfall for a chance to eat, is a conscious decision to burn bridges. Such desperate acts often prove to be career-ending moves. Should there ever come a time when opportunity calls, always answer with the lion hustler sureness and take the opportunity a prey is offered. Make a merciful kill, then break bread with the pride. So, basically, what this is saying, opportunity, is to, like, you have to understand, we all get opportunities, right? And it's a way that you look at the opportunity. You can look at the opportunity as a blessing coming your way, and for you to go ahead and take advantage of it, to participate in it, and see how you can use it. But thinking from a lion hustler standpoint, not from a buzzard hustler. A buzzard hustler is selfish. A buzzard hustler only, like we say in the hustle code, lays in wait for a prey or something to fall off or to fall in front of him or something and pick his bones. The buzzard hustler doesn't want to work. The buzzard hustler wants to just see what comes their way, and then they fucking devour it. Other than that, and he just gonna feed off of whatever somebody else dropped to him. But a lion hustler gonna figure out a way to go get that bag and bring it back to the home and break bread with them, feed the fam, or just hunt with the fam and go and get that bag. So that's the difference in that. So when the opportunities come, answer it with a lion hustler's mentality, not a buzzer hustler. Okay, moving along. That's opportunity. Let's go. Now we're going to go to morality. Let's go to morality. Let's touch on that. Okay, this is chapter 5, morality. And I think we need a lot of this in society today, because if you pay attention to everything, we're lacking morals in a lot of things that we're doing. That's why people are able to do any fucking thing that they want and they feel no recourse from it, because they're lacking morals. If you see women doing shit that's so low that is degrading them as women, it's degrading them as people, as a person. If you see men doing low slime ball shit, it's because they lack morals. Like the kids nowadays, everybody, if you pay attention to the things people are doing, and you're like, damn, how could they do that? Like, why are they doing that? Because they lack morals. They have no morality. So chapter 5, morality, let's get into this. A rich man once had a conversation with a poor man and realized just how poor he was. A genuine hustler would do anything to advance, but not everything. Hustling with the sense of morals is the key to building and maintaining a long and prosperous relationship with inhabitants in your field. Not only does it keep your name in good standings, but it upholds mutual fairness, respect, trust, and agreement between you and those you interact with. The hustler knows fair exchange is never a robbery. Okay, so now morality. The key word in this right here, the key sentence in this right here, And this is why I really wanted to illustrate this in the hustle code, is because we lack this nowadays. And coming from a hustler standpoint, a hustler will, take advantage, of a lot of opportunities, right? A genuine hustler will do anything to advance, but not everything. That's basically what I'm saying. That sentence wraps it up and says everything. You won't do everything to get a bag. I mean, you won't do anything to get a bag. Like, fuck that. You got to have some type of morals, right? Like, I think it was over in Dubai, right? Where women were going to, well, I don't know how true this is or whatever, but they were saying that women were going over there to get defecated on, by, I guess, by some of the people over there. And they were getting a bag from that. Now, that's no morals. You can't have no morals if you allowing a person to put feces on you to get a bag. Like, it's certain shit you just don't do. Just like, a man, if he's doing something that violates any of his, like manhood or principles to be able to get a bag. And we see this a lot today with the guys out here bag jumping and, like they call it D-riding. You know what I'm saying? You D-riding other guys just to get a bag. Like, yo, bro, where your morals at? You got to stand on something, man. So that's morality. That's just giving you a preview of what the chapter is going to entail. Okay? So have some morals, man. We got to have some morals out here. Okay, moving right along. Let's go. It's chapter 6, self-confidence. Finish how you start. You can't come in as a lion, but leave as a pussycat. This is something I learned years ago. And it's basically saying you have to have that self-confidence, man. You have to know who you are from start to finish. You can't come in strong and leave weak. That's not how this shit works, man. So you can't come in as a lion and leave as a pussycat. You have to be so strong in your confidence that nothing can shake or break that. You feel me? That's the difference between confidence and belief. Belief can be shaken. Your belief can be shaken. If things are pointed out to you that you believe in and you're like, oh shit, that might not be right, that can be shaken. Your confidence can never be shaken because your confidence is backed by some factual, whether it's an experience, whether it's knowledge, the know-how, something. You have something that's backing confidence up. A confidence is the ability you have the ability to do a thing. So that's the difference. So never let nobody shake that. And remember, finish how you start, man. Let's go. That's self-confidence, chapter 6. Let's move right along to chapter 7. That's going to be clarity. So now, in order to shoot your shot, one must have a target. So clarity is very important, right? A hustler who sees the components or elements of their environment executes their hustle without hesitation or corrections. Oftentimes, rework will prove costly to a hustler. Time, money, reliability, and a hustler's word or promise to deliver are at stake. The hustle is the hustler's livelihood. You cannot afford to lose it. Learn every aspect of your hustle, and you will see things in slow motion and make the exact moves necessary to advance and prosper. Okay, let's talk about clarity, right? So I'm going to give an example of clarity. We already know in order to have clarity, you got to be able to have a target. Like you say, you got to know what you're shooting at. You got to know that destination that you're GPSing. These are the things that you have to have locked in. You have to have a target that you're locked in on if you want to succeed, if you want to reach that goal. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. You have to have a clear mind. You have to have all of these things. Now, when doing business, I may go over things 10 times, 20 times if I have to, just so I make sure that we have clarity, make sure the transparency is there so there are no rooms for error. So I say, okay, did you check this off? Did you check that off? Did you do this? Do you do that? We got that taken care of. We got that taken care of. Okay, cool. Some people might be like, damn, man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? You going in too much. And back when I was hustling and I was running a team and all that, I used to go over things so much that they called me the warden because I used to be on top of shit. Like, yo, man, like, nah, bro, we got to run this right. because I didn't want any rooms for error. I couldn't have rooms for flaws and nothing like that because it's too costly. It costs us too much. Some situations, our lives were on the line. So you have to go over things. You have to have clarity with you and your team, but mainly with you, because you have to know where you're going, because you're in control of your ship. You're selling this ship. You're running this team. If you're running the team of you, if you're running yourself and controlling yourself, and you should be, you have to be on point and have the clarity with you. So run these questions by yourself, not just with your team. Make sure you are on point. Do your checklist. Let's go. That's clarity. Chapter 7. Moving right along. Chapter 8. Let's get to chapter 8. This is the hustle code, man. Go on DetroitKingTape.com. Y'all can order it. It's guaranteed like y'all are going to learn out of this. This is a study guide, I'm telling you. Okay, so here we go. Chapter 8, ownership. Everything outside of you is leased unless you too are living outside of yourself. Okay, so now with ownership, we're going to break this down. Owning your hustle. It's achieved by knowing yourself, your environment, and having an unobstructed vision of your objectives. By not owning your hustle, you allow others to take control of it and therefore take control of you. So when we're speaking of ownership, we're speaking more of not just owning something tangible. We're speaking of owning you, your thoughts, you as a brand, more of the self-confidence that we were just talking about. This pairs well with ownership because in order to have ownership, you have to know who you are. You have to confidently know who you are. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to own whatever the fuck you say. So if you say, yo, man, I'm this, I'm that, you have to take ownership of that. You have to claim that, and you have to be that. That's the ownership. I'm going to give you a preview of that so y'all can just run with that. That's chapter 8. Okay, let's go to chapter 9 real quick. And chapter 9 is mastery. So once you go through a lot of these codes already, once you get a great understanding on these codes, then you're getting to the final chapters. And the final chapter of mastery, this is a key one because this is where you start tying in all the hustle codes. Okay, so now, mastery, chapter 9. It takes 10,000 hours to achieve your master's degree and a split second to lose it all. A hustler's calling is to acquire self-actualization. It is the full realization of your intelligence, creativity, and social influence. It's also awareness of your abilities and limitations, such as your mind working against your goals if you are not in control of your emotions. Mastery can be a talent or skill that anyone can acquire through study and discipline. You will know that all things are possible, as it only takes will and drive. You will see that your projection of success is in everyone and everything that you touch. Comprehending every angle of your hustle and putting it into practice is mastery. Okay, so like when we're talking about mastery, if you look at companies, if you look at Tesla, for instance, right? Elon Musk has mastered his system. So when we're speaking of the hustle codes applying to your life, you're going to survey your environment. You're going to know what fears that you have to dissolve within your mind. You're going to know what aggression, how to apply that aggression. You're going to know how to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. You're going to know the morality, the morals that you need to have. You're going to know the clarity, how to be clear in mind and in your goals. And you're going to know the self-confidence. You're going to know the ownership you have to take. And then you combine them all together and you see how to apply them within your life and your day-to-day living and your business projects, everything. And that's the key to mastery, learning how to apply all of these things. So mastery is a key into balance. Mastery is balance for sure. So mastery is going to give you a great outlook on how to actually integrate all of the hustle codes. So moving right along to the last and final chapter, which is consigliere. So it's really pronounced consigliere. The G is kind of silent, right? And I got familiar with this term in watching mob movies. And to name this chapter consigliere is this is kind of like you giving back. This is a consigliere is, and you can look it up in a dictionary yourself. And consigliere is more of a person able to give advice. It's an advisor. So in the mob movies, they will all have a consigliere. The Don will have a consigliere, and he would have one because he would need that extra view or that one's perspective or that advice to make a sound judgment. So in this right here, I'm using this to say, hey, this is another perspective that you can take these codes, apply them to your life, and be able to make that sound judgment. So that's consigliere. So now let me read this. The sun never concerns itself with how bright it gets. Its rays are the proof. After mastering your hustle, you are in a position to elevate others to tap into their inner hustle. Lend your expertise, especially to those you discern can use it for the betterment of their lives and surroundings so that they may take the opportunity and gain ownership of their lives. That it may spread and inspire others to change their environment to a fair playing field for all hustlers. Gain personal satisfaction in knowing the hustle has been preserved. So yeah, that's consigliere. And at the end of the day, the key to this is everybody sharing. Each one teach one. And that's the goal here. So if you're able to share the information that you've learned and be able to say, okay, man, if something is given to you, right? If something is passed along to you, the best thing you can do is be able to share it and pass it along to someone else. If you're a buzzard hustler, then you don't do that. You're going to try to keep it for yourself. And in keeping it for yourself, you can't live forever. So guess what? It'll die with you. So who wants this precious information or knowledge or something that's been shared with you to not be able to be passed along and shared with others? If you living like that, man, you're a fucking buzzer hustler and, you need to be dealt with. You feel me? But like I say, man, we going to take y'all back to this right here. We're going to drop this record again. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see something, man. I hope y'all gained something from that. And if y'all did gain something from that, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause if you gained something from that. If you still here with me, you stuck through this, hey man, and using this as a study guide. If you got that hustle code, give yourself a round of applause. If you going to get that hustle code, give yourself a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about, man. It's all about each one teach one, and we learning. We working through this together. We gonna learn this together. Let's rock. Let's go, y'all. We want to ball in all aspects, not just getting the bread. We want to be able to. We want to be able to kill it in all aspects.
So come between us, making millions of dollars. Told my mama, yeah, I love you, and I'm trying to make it for us. They got it loaded for me. I'm just trying to make it to it. I gotta keep ballin', making these flips. I always knew that I would do it this big. Told my brother, man, let's get it. Told my team, we gon' make it. Told my
and tap in, get that hustle code, DetroitKingTape.com. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you don't have this hustle code, you missing out, brother, sister, a friend, like foe, whatever. Like everybody needs to tap in and get the hustle code. The hustle code is a very essential part of your life, especially if you're a grinder, if you're a survivalist. It doesn't matter if you're in the corporate world, if you thugging, if you're a single mother, if you're a housewife, whatever you are. If you're an entrepreneur, male, female, it doesn't matter. Whoever you are, these codes can apply to your life. Let's go.
Get your feelings up.
Yeah.
Don't learn nothing, you can't leave. Get your feelings
Get your
crushed.
feelings
Living
crushed.
by
Let's
the
get it.
heat.
30 seconds flat, I'm packing up.
My little brother Rue, getting money, he be acting up. Probably from the cold nights, Max Spoon packing up. Waiting on the day to tell my mama that we made it. And that we out the game, I know that she appreciated. And my poppin' on my mind, I didn't get to see him before he died. I wish that I could just rewind time and do some things differently. Would've dodged prison had I moved some things differently. Had to do them niggas before them niggas started doing me. Had to take the bag from them niggas, they was joining me. I know what it take to be a boss and what the shooters need. Drugs and artillery. Kill yourself, nigga, you ain't feeling me. About to make history, one of the realest in the D. One of the last living legends in these motherfucking streets. About to take the flow bag and flip it in the industry. I'm the plug, motivation, come and spin with me. That's why we gotta keep ballin'. Let no man stop us or come between us, making millions of dollars. Told my mama, yeah, I love you and I'm trying to make it for us. They got it loaded for me, I'm just trying to make it to it. I gotta keep ballin', making these flips. I always knew that I would do it this big. Told my brother, man, let's get it. Told my team, we gon' make it. Told my blood, all the dirt that we did, I keep it safe.
Let's go, man. We signing out, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Health and Hustle Show, Detroit King Tape. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Let's go.
Shit, straight off the muscle, it's health and hustle.
Gone.